makes me feel sad for the rest. Nobody does it.
So today I'm reviewing The Spy Who Loved Me. This is the 10th movie in the series, and it's the third to star Roger Moore as James Bond. Now I just want to say, I don't hate this movie, but I don't think it's that great either. I mean, it has its moments, but overall it's kinda cheesy. And honestly, it was just a little too similar to You Only Live Twice. That's most likely due to the fact it had the same director, Lewis Gilbert. The intro to all three of Lewis Gilbert's movies follow the exact same formula, where it's a bunch of dudes working in some kind of ship or vessel or something. This time they're working in a submarine. Everything's fine, you know, maybe there's a few people playing chess or something, just relaxing, and then something goes wrong. They're confused, they don't know what's going on, and then it gets captured by some unknown force, and then that's the intro. I don't really like that kind of intro. I think it sucks because I don't really know who these people are. I don't care who captured the submarine. All it does is make me confused. The scene is fine. It just doesn't belong in the intro, in my opinion. He could have skipped straight to the sex scene, or the ski chase scene or something, and the movie would have been a lot better off. But let's get back to what this movie's about. So in this movie, submarines with nuclear warheads on board are mysteriously disappearing. British intelligence learns that there is actually a submarine tracking system being sold on the black market in Egypt. So Bond goes to Egypt, and it's not easy for him. He's got to fight his way through a bunch of henchmen first. So he teams up with Secret Agent Triple X.
You don't have to worry about me, Mr. Bond. I went on a survival course in Siberia.
Yes.
For a name like Triple X, she's quite a prude and almost always ends up in some kind of trouble. She constantly is trying to prove that she's equal to Bond, if not greater. There's even a scene where she drugs Bond just so she can get all the credit for herself. So she's not really any help, but Bond needs all the help he can get because he has to fight Jaws. No, not the shark, the guy that's eating the shark. He's got super strength and metal teeth, and he just throws people around like they're rag dolls. I mean, Bond's actually like crying a little bit. And I think deep down, Bond's actually a pretty sensitive guy.
When one is in Egypt, one should delve deeply into its treasures.
Karl Stromberg is a supervillain of this movie. Stromberg is similar to Blofeld. He has a secret base operated by henchmen, but this villain wants to build a city under the sea.
Creating a world, a new and beautiful world beneath the sea.
He wants nothing more than to live under the sea. He thinks it's all fun and games down there. I think it's a terrible idea. The final showdown between Stromberg and Bond is a pretty cool fight. Stromberg tries to outsmart Bond by shooting at him with a gun he has under the table. Bond obviously knew that Stromberg had a gun there, so Bond jumps out of the way and he retaliates by shooting him in the dick.
Got your boat, Stromberg. Now it's my turn.
So at the end, Bond saves all the captured crew members. The crew members automatically look to Bond for leadership, but sometimes I think they let him get away with too much. I mean, there's a scene where Bond's disarming a nuclear bomb.
No, sir. James, are you sure you know what you're doing?
It has to be a first time for everything.
The gadgets were alright. The only good one was the car that can drive underwater. Some of them are a bit outdated, and some are just plain silly. Also, the musical score was way too cheesy for me to take this movie seriously, so on a scale of 1 to 5, I give this movie a 3.